buenas mis queridos fortuneros y fortunatas. Pues, lo de costumbre, vamos a ver qué tenemos que buscar. Si le tenemos que avisar a Malaquito de que Terma está muerta o qué otra cosa, o de si encontramos novedades de Mundi para decirle a Carlota o a su suegro el conde. Así que, bueno, pero eso sí, antes que nada les recuerdo. Denle like a este video, comenten, suscríbanse a mi canal, compártanlo, activen la campanita de notificaciones. Si se sienten millonarios, pueden hacerme llegar alguna ayudita mediante los links de Mercado Pago y Cafecito que hay en la descripción del video. Y si quieren contar con contenido exclusivo, pueden hacerse miembros de mi canal. Bueno, dado el anterior recordatorio, empecemos. Bueno, vamos al tercer de Rodán. Hablemos con Malaquito.
Hello again, Malachite. No, don't say anything. I know how you love to talk, but I'd hate for you to wear out that beautiful voice of yours.
Bien, así que vamos.
Well, I think I found Therma's body. It's in the Salachi mausoleum.
Need to see body. Take me there.
Okay. Nice to see someone dealing with the grieving process at high speed. Cut straight to the acceptance. It saves a lot of time, doesn't it? I don't know why I bother sometimes. Not as if he's listening to me. Maybe it'd help if I hit him with something, like maybe a heavy building.
Need to see body.
Of course you do. Here's
Bueno,
the
ahí
tomb.
vamos.
Need to see body.
Hey, it's going to be pretty ugly in there. I mean, she was crushed under a house. That'd mess up even a troll.
Need to see body.
Malachite pushed the slab off the tomb like he was opening a jam jar. Inside was some rubble that I assumed was Therma's body. Frankly, there wasn't much to go on. Trolls are rocks, and that's the whole story.
Not Therma. Keep looking.
Are you crazy? How could you tell?
Not Therma.
Bien.
Looking.
I was beginning to wonder if Malachite was mad. If he was, I could at least make use of it. Okay, I've got no soul. I must be a hero. All right, I'll keep looking. But I've got a problem. There's this building I need to get into, but I can't do it. I need a grappling iron. A grappling iron, like the one you have. Look, I need to borrow your grappling iron. Do you understand?
Give you hook. You find Therma.
That's the deal. I couldn't help but wonder what it meant if that rubble wasn't Therma. Had Sapphire lied to me? I wouldn't be surprised. Frankly, I was more surprised by people telling me the truth than telling lies. Lies flow like water, but the truth burns. That's not a bad line. I'm going to write that down. Malachite gave me the grapple and left the mausoleum without another word.
Bien. ¿Dónde vámonos? Vamos al atracadero 5. ¡Apa! ¡Qué lindo error de... Vamos ahora. Muy bien, ahora la palanquita.
Breaking into the warehouse was easier than I thought. But then I was a natural pessimist. Living in Ankh-Morpork did that to a man. What little light there was in the warehouse was coming through the skylight, and shadows played on the walls as I searched for something to help the case. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I was desperate enough that anything would do.
De acuerdo, vamos. Los cajones.
I wasn't about to try carrying a huge crate around.
Ahí veo algo. Vi algo abajo. Ajá. ¿Qué dice ahí?
On closer examination, I was pretty sure the missing piece had become torn off accidentally. The torn matchbook had been found in the Pier 5 warehouse. There was something written on the back of the matchbook. But a corner of the matchbook had been ripped off somehow. I could make out the words Whalebone Lane, but it was clear that something was missing.
Se hace a ver para... No, no se combinan, ¿no? Entonces habrá que ver qué hacemos con esta, a ver.
The warehouse was full of crates. I wasn't surprised. That's what the warehouse was for, after all. None of the crates seemed to be of much interest, though.
Bien. Bueno. Ahora vamos al papagayo octarino. Calcula.
I'm back, so I can see.
Bueno, a ver.
Have you seen Sapphire?
She's not here. She went off to see someone.
Who?
Who do I look like? The keeper?
¿No? De acuerdo.
Do you know anything about Count von Uberwald?
I know a lot of people. That doesn't mean I want to talk about them with you.
Se me ocurre que este no conoce nada. Bueno. Donde nos vamos y despacho de Newton. Nada. Un muelle, atraquedar 5. Pseudopolishard. A ver. Mansión, el Café Ankh. A ver.
You came back.
I'm not staying.
Bueno, a ver. Inventario.
What do you make of this?
I'm sorry, Luton. I don't know anything about that.
Pero ¿por qué no? Bueno.
I don't know why I thought I needed to show off the invitation card from Carlotta. And on reflection, it seemed like a fairly pointless thing to do.
Bueno. Bueno. ¿Dónde vámonos de acá? Me fijo a ver. Tercer dos Rodan. Ah. Esto me lo quito.
Hello again. Do I know you? Here we go again.
Bien, a ver.
Do you know a troll named Malachite?
Malachite. Malachite. It sounds familiar.
In your own time,
I think he works for me. Or he did work for me.
Ah, bueno.
I'm trying to find out why a troll named Sapphire would lie to me. Any thoughts?
Juguete nada.
I really don't think I know anything about that.
Bueno. Bueno.
Hello again. I take it Sir still does not wish for me to take Sir's coat. No. Very good, sir. Please feel free to continue to damage the priceless hardwood floor.
Bueno.
I'd like to see Carlotta. Many people wish to see Carlotta. Let us see if you are blessed by her wishing to see you.
Back for more, Lieutenant?
What can I say? I can't get enough of you.
Libreta.
I'm trying to find out why a troll named Sapphire would lie to me. Any thoughts?
Be careful, Lieutenant. I don't appreciate people wasting my time.
Y bueno.
Do you know a big, dumb troll called Malachite?
I thought all trolls were big and dumb.
This one pushes new boundaries. Do you know him or not?
No, I don't.
Bueno, a ver.
You get on with the Count.
Henning? He's harmless. He's from a pretty civilized branch of the clan.
He's your father-in-law, I take it.
Hey, what do you know? You are a detective after all.
He doesn't seem very well.
I doubt he'll last the year.
And when he dies, you inherit it all?
Gods, no. The house belongs to the von Ulberwald clan now. There's thousands of them. I might have married into them, but they'd never let me keep the house. It belongs to the family, you see. Why? Looking for suspects? Wondering if the old man's failing health is the result of poison administered to him carefully in his food?
No, but those are good ideas. Thanks for the tip.
Apa, a ver. Cuando bueno vaya. Zafiro mintió. Bueno, no tenemos más nada por preguntarle, así que. Bueno. Apa.
Hello again. Hello.
A ver.
Do you know anything about Count von Uberwald? Never heard of him.
Da.
I'm trying to find out why a troll named Sapphire would lie to me. Any thoughts?
Can't help you with that, Squire.
pasas el coso, el...
What do you make of this? Give me a break, Luton. I don't know everything.
¿Dónde podré meterme ahora? Para mí algo en la tumba de la trola, de la troll digo.
I examined the body closely, but all I could see of interest were the troll's diamond teeth glinting at me. The rubble was definitely the body of a troll, but according to Malachite, it wasn't Therma's body.
Y bueno, pero...
All my best instincts told me not to take the tooth, but I just ignored them.
Bueno. Pero...
The scrap of cardboard I found in one of the bunks on the Milka had a number on it, either a 6 or a 9.
Pero no lo puedo unir, o qué recorte. O este recorte.
The torn matchbook had been found in the... There was something I could make up.
Y sí, pero... que en teoría tengo que unir este con aquel. Espera, y que agarro y lo...
The scrap of cardboard I'd found...
bien, había que darle el doble clic.
Exactly.
Buah. Bueno, listo. Lo dejo acá. ¿Y ahora qué hago? ¿Volverá el papagayo Octarín? Espera, hola.
I'm back, so I can see.
A ver.
Do you know what this is? It's a matchbook. Any reason it might have the address of the parrot written on the back? None that has anything to do with me. I knew he was hiding something. The question was, how could I get it out of him? I'm against unnecessary violence. Besides, these skinny types can be tougher than they look.
A ver.
So you don't know Monday? I've already told you that I don't. And this matchbook means nothing to you. You practice to become this irritated. Well, I'm confused. You see, this is Monday's handwriting on the matchbook, and this is your address he wrote. Shall I tell you what I think? I don't think I have that much choice. I think Monday is here, but he told you not to tell anyone that he's here. You're just making it up as you go along. Well, I could always go and fetch the watch. I heard they were looking for Monday too, and if he's not here, you wouldn't have to worry about being charged with hiding a known fugitive. They can get so impatient. Monday's not a fugitive. How would you know? You, Hitler. All right, you win. He's upstairs. But don't tell him I told you. I wouldn't dream of ruining your reputation in high society.
Bien.
I'd gone to a lot of trouble to find Monday, and now the goal was in reach. It seemed like an anticlimax. I couldn't quite see what Monday was doing when I entered his room, and seconds later I was it. The last thing I saw as I passed out of consciousness was the floor rushing up to meet me.
Acto 2. Bien.
The time I came around,
No.
the watch had arrived. I must have been unconscious for hours, maybe days. I thought no one could feel as bad as I did, until I saw Monday. His feet were bound and his eyes had been gouged out. Either he died of massive blood loss, or he'd spilt an awful lot of red wine. It wasn't going to be a good day, I decided.
Going somewhere, Luton? You don't leave until we've finished with you.
You know where my office is. If you want an interview, you can find me there.
I consider you to be the prime suspect in this investigation.
You've got to be kidding.
I've never been more serious.
Never? What do you want with me? I was unconscious throughout the whole incident.
We only have your word for that. You could have killed Mundy and then knocked yourself unconscious.
With what? Your wedding. You're pretty serious then. What?
Yes, Nobby. Now shut up.
Will you explain what you think I did?
You came in, mutilated Mundy, and then knocked yourself unconscious.
Is that all? There's your promotion, too. You were really serious then.
Nobby, you've made your point, thank you. Shut up.
How did I knock myself unconscious?
I don't know yet. But you're not a complete fool, Luton. You'd have found a way.
Do you have any evidence against me, or is this just part of your ongoing campaign of victimization? It's just, you're always kind of serious.
You were present at the time of the murder. Your rope was used in the murder.
My rope? The murderer steals from me, and suddenly I'm guilty of murder? It's not a bad thing. I mean, you're the commander of the watch, and that's a serious job.
Then there's the victim's message.
Azil? How does that incriminate me?
It ends in L-E. He could have been trying to write Luton. He could have died before he could finish.
He could have been trying to write Lemon. And what is Azzy supposed to mean? I was only trying to help.
For all we know, Azzy might mean it was in Mundy's own language.
For all we know, Azil might mean, help, someone has gouged my eyes out. You're just guessing. There must be other suspects.
The landlord says no one went upstairs after you.
It could be the landlord for all you know.
Mankin? He's not the type. Anyway, he reported the incident to us.
Listen, you've got nothing on me, and unless you're going to arrest me, I'm going to leave.
I'm keeping an eye on you, Luton. Consider yourself a suspect for all the counterweight killings. If you're in any way involved, I'll find out. Don't leave town, Luton.
He's really got it in for me, hasn't he? He's not a bad person, Luton. He's just a bit, psychotic, obsessed, judgmental. I was going to say overworked, but I've changed my mind. What's this about counterweight killings? Well, and this is in the strictest confidence. I won't tell anyone who doesn't talk to me. The murders have all been a bit, well, odd, redualistic. What? They are involved with a revival of philosophical principles concerning the division of reality into two independent forces, mind and matter? No. Redualistic. Like what cults do. Reduals. Ritualistic. I see. Like someone was trying to make a point. Yeah. One of the patrician's clerks was killed the other day. Very suspicious. Why the counterweight killings? I'd better not discuss that. Gotta go. See you later, Luton. A lot later will do.
¡Apa! Buena conversación. ¿Y por qué? ¿Cómo? A ver.
If I had an iconograph, I could have taken a picture of the message. But I didn't have one. And even if I did, there didn't seem much point. I didn't want to become too reliant on technology. Someone, either the killer or Mundy, had written Azil on the wall in blood. Mundy's blood, presumably. I had no idea what it meant.
Bien. A ver.
There was nothing on Mundy's body worth taking. Mundy's corpse wasn't very attractive. I wasn't looking forward to telling Carlotta how Mundy died.
Pero hay que contarle cómo murió. A ver, ¿algo para saberme de acá? ¿Algo? ¿El cuadro?
I couldn't think of a good reason to steal the painting, though it would have looked great on my office wall.
Bueno. Bien.
How does it feel to be a suspect, Mankin?
What?
You're an obvious choice of suspect because you called the watch. You were the first on the scene. Around here, that means it's practically a closed case. I don't see why. You were there when I got there. I was unconscious. Well, I heard a commotion. That's what made me check it out in the first place. Maybe Mundy managed to knock you out before he died. While he was tied and blind. Perhaps he said a particularly offensive word and I fainted. Well, I happen to know that the watch consider you a suspect. Well, don't forget that I know something that they don't. That you're a liar and you can't be trusted. Just because you can't trust me doesn't mean no one can trust me.
Ah.
That's all for now. Always a pleasure.
Bueno, entonces habrá que ir a darle la carrelota. Y sí.
Sir has.
Who would Sir like to see?
Se ve que no están.
Is Carlotta home?
Alas, no. What a shame that Sir's trip has been wasted. Perhaps Sir would like to leave.
Qué hija de
Tell her I
puta.
called by.
Why, my loins stir at the very thought of serving you in this way, sir.
Is the Count receiving guests?
No, but he will see you.
Ah, Luton. I was hoping you would drop by.
You don't sound so good, Count.
I am not the man I used to be, that is certain. Past my prime, you might say. Yes, past my prime.
I could come back later if you want.
No, there is no guarantee that I will be getting any better. If anything, I might be worse.
Your health?
We are both men of the world, Mr. Luton. I will not mince words with you. I am dying. I might last another year or so, or I might not last the week. And to think I thought more pork would be good for my health.
Not too many people would believe you, certainly.
Let us dispense with the pleasantries and get straight to business. Yes, straight to business.
Bueno.
Do you know anything about the murder of a man named Mundy?
Mr. Luton, I couldn't be less interested in the petty crimes of this wretched city.
Bueno.
Does the word asile mean anything to you?
Yes, I remember Asile. The mad Ascari of the great Neth. He rose to power before even the light dams of Sorka were completed. I remember he used to punish his detractors by burying them upside down in the sand. Do you know, I think he honestly believed they might grow into trees. He was quite mad, you know. Quite mad.
How long ago was this?
Oh, I don't know. A couple of 100 years ago, at least.
You seem to remember it like yesterday.
Vampiro.
I am an old man. My memory plays tricks.
Bueno. Me va a sacar cagando. Bueno, no voy a poder, así que bueno. Bueno, gente, bastante hemos avanzado hoy. Por lo menos Mundy está muerto. Una cosa menos de qué preocuparse. Una cosa más, porque ahora al otro lo consideran sospechoso. Bueno, gente, muchas gracias por haber estado en este pequeño video. Nos estamos viendo el próximo. Adiósito.